Welcome back, Javatarians. We're here to look at a slight variation on the while loop called the DoWhile loop. The only difference between the two is that a DoWhile loop always runs at least once. With a while loop, it's possible for the condition to be false right away, and so it never gets run. The DoWhile is one way of forcing the loop to happen at least one time, and we'll look at the syntax difference. Other than that, it is a while loop. So a do-while loop is a group of statements that will run once before checking the loop condition. So essentially it's checking the condition at the end of the loop rather than the beginning. If it's true, it'll run again and again and again and again until the condition evaluates false. So it always will iterate at least one time. Syntax looks like so. It starts off with the word do. It's just on Java, just do this for me one time and then check to see if the while condition is true. So we do the loop once and then we check to see if the condition is true at the end of the loop. If it is true, we go back and do it one more time. Right? It operates just like a while loop, except it's forced to iterate at least one time thanks to the do at the top and the condition being at the end. So let's just look at a couple of examples. So the first one we have here, do while one. It's really what we've seen before. Right? We have the value for run equal to 0. And we don't check for truth, we just do it. So we add 1 and we print the value, so it's going to print the value 1. Now we're at the end of the loop, then we'll check to see. And if it's less than 4, which it will be for a while, it will run again. So it'll print the value 1. It's less than 4, so it goes through again. Prints the value 2, which is less than 4, so it goes again. Prints the value 3, which is less than 4, so it goes in again. Adds 1, prints the value 4. Now it's not true, so we're done. So we should get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Please work. Most excellent. So since we added 1 to the 0 before the print line, we started at 1. And then when run is equal to 3, we go back in the loop, add 1 an additional time. That's why we print the 4. It's no longer true, so we quit. So again, we do have the initialization, the increment, and the condition. Just like the while loop, it doesn't have to be set up that way. You can set up anything you can set up as a while loop, you can set up as a do while loop. You just have to run it one time. So, plus plus would add 1. Still work the same way as a while loop. The second one here, a little variation, right? Just to show you that the negatives work. Again, it's really just like that while loop we saw in the last video. We're starting at 25. We subtract 5 each time. And as long as run is greater than or equal to 10, we will continue running. Now I did add something at the end. What happens to the value of run after the loop is done? Well, we get 25, that works. 20, that works. 15, that works. We hit the 10, and we come down. Right? But then, 10 minus 5 is 5. This is no longer true. So when we get kicked out of the loop, it's because the value for run is less than 10. The value for run is 5. So just to show you that because the variable is declared outside the loop, it exists outside the loop, but it'll have a value less than 10. That's what made the loop stop. Again, 25, 20, 15, and 10. All this bit is inside the loop, but once we get to 5, we're out of the loop, but it still has a value. value less than 10, it's value 5. So what is the final value? Well, 10 is the last time that it works properly. We subtract 5. So the final value of run is 5. Another quick example. So these all look familiar from the while loop video, and they should. It really is just a while loop. It just starts with the word do, so we guarantee it works one time. This is another one. We start at 10. We add 5. And we continue for as long as run is less than or equal to 25. So we'll do 10, 15, 20, 25. Then we add 5, and so we get 30. That'll be the value that kicks us out of the loop. So 10, 15, 20, 25 all take place inside the loop. I hit 30. That's it, no longer true, so I leave. So again, the final value will be 30. That's the value that got us kicked out of the loop. Again, the common error, make sure you have something in here that changes the value that you're comparing. If run is always the same value, you guessed it, infinite loop. So, have a lovely afternoon. See you in class. I hope this video was helpful and informative. Ta-ta.